And we are live from the Queen Mary 2 cruise ship, the ocean liner. It's not a cruise ship. I keep saying that. It's an ocean liner. Welcome, everyone, to the show. Thank you for joining us today. We're out in the Atlantic today, and I got to tell you, this is day 4, and we don't know what waves are because I'll tell you right now, we have not seen waves. As of the moment, at this moment, we're going at a speed of 23.2 knots. You can see that speed right there. That's about 26 miles an hour. We are just off the coast now of Newfoundland. You can see there's the position, that little circle. I'll give you a bigger indicator there. There you go. There's where we are, and I'll give you one more. There's the tip of Newfoundland. For any of you who are familiar with Newfoundland, there we are, and we are headed for Southampton in incredibly calm seas. You're asking yourself, just how calm are the seas? Well, let me show you how calm the seas are. Hang on, let's walk over here. Jen, say hi.
Hi, Jen.
See, she says she knows. Jen's here. We're both here. Let me move back the curtain. It's going to get bright. Hang on. It's going to be bright out there. Let me open up my balcony door, and let's just take a look. Can you see the ocean out there? Look how flat this is. This is unbelievable. It's like we're on a lake or something like that. It's not even close. Unbelievable. I'm going to do a bold move here. I'm going to unplug this, bring you out here. Come on. Look at this. Look at this view. This is our balcony. We're in a sheltered balcony here. We have a lawn chair here, like a foldable chair. We have another one here. And this is the view from our cabin. And it's just calm. Oh, there are no whiteheads out there, no breaking waves, nothing. And of course, there's nobody out here. You're looking south. Southampton is that way. New York, St. John's is that way. And it is beautiful. It has been 80 degrees for the high temperature every day. It's been calm, barely noticeable winds, really. There we go. The cruise line, the captain and the ship are always updating the weather, and they're updating for us what the wind would feel like. So if the wind is coming at us at 20 miles an hour and we're going 25 miles an hour, it's a 45 mile an hour headwind. If the wind is coming from the side and we're going straight, well, you have a bit of a crosswind scenario. On one side of the ship, the crosswind, you won't feel it because the ship blocks it. On the other side, you're right into that wind. This morning, it was showing us the relative wind index was only coming at us at 25 miles an hour. Well, that's because there's no wind in the air, and we're going through still air. That's why the seas are so calm. It's absolutely wonderful. And I've been doing experiments. Like I was showing off on my other channel, Stock Markets with Traveling with Bruce. I would take a glass. Here's my glass of cola here, for example, and just sit it right there. It's not moving. Like it's not doing anything. I mean, we are so calm here. It's incredible. So anyway, this ship is designed to handle crazy waves and winds and all kinds of activity, and it isn't being challenged. And I love it. We both love it. Everyone on board is going out for leisurely walks and enjoying ourselves. Anyway, welcome to the party, everyone. Nice to have you here, and we're glad to glad to welcome you aboard the Queen Mary number 2, built in 2003, and 20. I think we have 2,600 2,600 passengers, give or take, 1,300 plus crew today. 4,000 of us are on the ship, and it's been a pleasurable experience. If you go to my other channel, TWB Traveling with Bruce, I have put videos up of this voyage. So the emergency we had on Saturday, where we had to turn around and head back to the U.S. for a couple of hours while a Coast Guard helicopter was coming out to us to pick up an emergency medical issue. We had a passenger who had an emergency. The doctor on board determined that the best place for this passenger was in a hospital. And with the ship going back to the U.S. at 20 miles an hour and a helicopter coming at us, we shortened the distance and the time for the helicopter to have enough gas to get here, pick up the passenger, and head to Boston. And that's all we know. We don't know how the passenger is doing. We don't know what happened. We don't know what the issue was. It's all privacy. But if you watch my video, you'll see some footage of the helicopter in the air. There you go. Other than that, nothing, no drama whatsoever. It's been an absolute pleasure being on the vessel, and we're headed now across the Atlantic to work our way to Southampton by Friday. So thank you all. And thank you for joining us, and it's nice to have you here. All right, markets today. What is going to happen? Are you going to make any money or not? Mr. Powell on Friday, the head of the Federal Reserve in the United States, he made a speech in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, as everyone was expecting. How much it cost to the United States taxpayer, or the Treasury of the United States government, to fly him out there with his entourage, and how many millions of dollars were spent by the media to get their camera crews and technicians and people out there to broadcast this speech that's like watching paint dry. I have no idea how many millions were spent to do it, but at the end of the day, the good news is the chairman of the Federal Reserve is talking about lowering interest rates starting in September, the next federal meeting. Well, this is August 26th, so we're into the last 4 days of August. Obviously, their next meeting in a couple of weeks, whenever the heck it is, September. Now, the question is the interest rate drop going to be a quarter point, or is the interest rate going to be half a point? That's what we do not know. We'll find out when we find out. Is there going to be another interest rate drop in October or November or December? Could there be an interim interest rate drop at any time? Yes. The Federal Reserve could, in 15 minutes from right now, announce a 0.5% interest rate drop without even having a meeting. They can do what they call a conference call meeting, and the chairman can say, I'm going to drop interest rate. The motion on the table is to drop interest rates right now by half a point. Within a half an hour phone call, the members can all say, yeah, okay, or no, or whatever. And it's done. And then they announce it. This could happen at any time. They don't need a fancy-dancy meeting. They don't need this structured once every so often session to be had. They can do whatever they want. They can raise rates, drop them by any amount at any time, for whatever reason they see fit. So if you really believe that, oh, they're so restricted, they can't do this, they can't do that. No. They can make emergency decisions. What would cause rates to suddenly spike or suddenly collapse? It would be perhaps a third-party problem. Maybe it is a collapse of the pound or the euro, or a China issue, a Japan issue. It can be an emergency military scenario. It can be whatever the reason is. A volcano blows up and causes a tsunami that wipes out 5 million people in a region of the world where there are a bunch of factories that make computer chips. Any reason, okay, it doesn't matter. At this point in time, however, we feel that there will be a 1/4 point to 1/2 point reduction in interest rates at the next federal meeting sometime in September. Okay, so there you go. Now, with that being said, if interest rates are going to now be easing across the US, not plummeting, not falling off a cliff, not going to zero, but easing, maybe a 1/2 point by the end of the year, another 1/2 point in the first half of next year, maybe another 1/2 point by the end of next year, so that a year from now we'll talk about interest rates around 3.5%. That might be all there is to it. That alone, just that much of a drop, will cause a massive ripple effect globally. And certain markets will do well, and certain markets won't do much of anything. One of the groups of stocks that should do fairly well with a drop in interest rates and an overall environment of we're in an easing mode. We're going to be easing rates for the next year or two. Bank stocks. No question about it. World bank stocks, not just JP Morgan and, Goldman Sachs, all bank stocks. That includes regional banks, small banks, Canadian banks, European banks, Asian banks, all banks. Now, if the thinking out there is that for the banking sector, things are getting better and will stay looking good with lower and lower and lower and lower rates, with all other bankers following suit. And believe me, the Bank of England, the European Union, all the other countries' major banks will back off interest rates. Then the overall underlying vibe will be a positive vibe for banks. Some banks will thrive in this environment. Some will do just fine. Some will perform normally, not much different. And some will underperform because there are good managed banks and not so good managed banks. Welcome to the regular world of capitalism. For SOFI, for those of you who follow that stock, the question is, how well will SOFI do with this environment, vibration of positivity overhanging the bank stock? This is one of those negatives that have just disappeared off of SOFI's potential analytical viewpoint. A lot of analysts out there have said to you and others who care to listen, oh, well, SOFI isn't going to do well because the student loan thing's a debacle. Interest rates are high and people won't borrow money. There'll be all kinds of delinquencies because they can't afford the interest rates, and on and on and on. Well, the student loan thing seems to be calming the hell down. The interest rate scenario is definitely looking better. And so you can take all those arguments away that SOFI can't possibly succeed as a bank with this high interest rate environment. Well, that's about to end. And so what we've noticed, of course, around these parts is SOFI seems to be surviving just fine with whatever issues have been in front of them. High interest rates hasn't stopped them from making money. The student loan thing hasn't stopped them from making money. As a matter of fact, they have these 3 different divisions of the bank that are all adding positively to the bottom line and will continue to do so. And the company has already had 3 consecutive quarters of profits, and we're into the 4th consecutive quarter of profits right now. We are sitting here August the 26th. We've got 35 days to go, and that's the end of September. That's the end of 365 days of profitability for this company. The first year of full profits for SOFI. We're 90% of the way there. So the environment's getting better. Well, that means SOFI's earnings will probably accelerate all next year through 2025 into and through 2026 and 2027. So yes, they were going to make money in those 2 years anyway. Of course they were, as they've reached that economics of scale, but they might have to raise their trajectory higher. And will analysts follow suit? That's the question. Will there be a bunch of analysts out there going, We've been undercutting SoFi here. These guys are not only making money, but they are going to make a lot more of it. Can they continue to attract 2.2 to 2.5 million new customers a year, or is that number going to increase even higher? Because traditional banking is out. The idea of you getting in your car and driving to a suburban area of your town, or for those of you in smaller towns, the idea of you going downtown to park your car on Main Street to walk into a bank branch, the main branch in your local community, to make a paycheck deposit and take $100 cash out and go buy some stuff. Those days are over. Really, really over. Everything is electronic, everything is digital, and SoFi is everything on one of these. I mean, yeah, the world has certainly changed. For all of you here who are following me, you're option writers. You're either writing options already, have been for a while, just got started in it, are taking my classes here and there and here and there, and building your awareness of how option writing works and how diversified it is and how you can find the niche of option writing that will work for you. Or you're certainly wanting to get into it because you've been led to this channel by a friend, a relative, a coworker. I don't know how you found me, but you found me. And you're wondering, what is the big deal about following a guy who has virtually no hair on his head and he's sitting on an ocean liner in the middle of the Atlantic? What is the big deal here? And I'm saying welcome all of you to the program. If you're an option writer or an option writer wannabe, you do care about lower interest rates, but you don't have to care about the tiny little minutiae about interest rate droppage. You actually don't have to care whether or not Microsoft or Apple or Tesla or Nvidia or any of the Magnificent Seven stocks or any of the S&P 500 or the Dow 30 stocks. You actually don't have to care what direction they really go unless you are primarily a shareholder of many of these corporations. If you own stock in companies, whether you bought them over the years, whether you inherited them, whether you acquired them through your employer or former employers, sure, you care about the stocks themselves. Of course, those of you who do have shares in whatever companies you own, you now know that by following this channel, you figured out I can write options against these stocks and I can get paid money for just holding this stuff, where for the last 20 years I've been holding this crap and I've gotten nothing for it. In some cases, you've gotten paltry little dividend payouts. But now you're realizing I didn't really understand it. But with all of the changes, I worked at Amazon for 20 years, 15 years, 10 years. I worked at this company, that company, whatever you did. You're sitting on 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 shares of stock of a company you used to work for, and you're approaching retirement and you're wondering, what should I do with this stuff? Because I don't work for these guys anymore. And you figured out, wait a minute, I own 1,000 shares of Amazon. I could write 10 contracts on Amazon, 10 call options. I can offer my shares for sale for a week, a month, a quarter, half a year, whatever I want, or further, at a price I choose, which can be higher than where the stock is trading at. And the further out I go in time that I do offer my shares for sale through a stock option, I get even more money per share, because the longer my contract has a life, longer the lifetime of my contract, the more valuable it is to gamblers out there who are going to gamble on my stock. There are people here in this channel in the last year and a half, 2 years, who figured out the shocking reality that if you own 1,000 shares of Apple or Amazon or whatever, you can write 10 contracts on your stocks and haul in thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, in some cases tens of thousands of dollars, to just offer your stock for sale on an option contract. This has been the huge this is a huge awareness campaign going on here. Welcome to those of you who've had that shocking development come your way. For others of you, you've been involved in these index funds. You've been involved in these S&P 500 index funds, these NASDAQ funds, these high-tech growth funds, these dividend funds, these bond funds, whatever kind of funds you had. Again, all through your employer, through 401ks. You just decided that you're going to shift everything over to a Roth IRA. You've joined us here and you figured out, I can shift my retirement funds into a Roth where I can control it, where I can dictate what is done with this money. I'm sick and tired of getting these emails from these wealth advisory firms that my company has anointed to us to handle all of our retirement monies. I'm sick and tired of seeing that we're making 3% a year or 8% a year and 2% a year. In some cases, bond funds dropped in value in the last couple of years and are slowly inching their way back. You're seeing pathetic returns on your dollars, and at the same time, you're noticing that in the level you're at inside the corporation, or that you were at, you were getting 1 to 3% raises every year. And at the very high end of your corporate ladder, the top executive suites, those people who've turned over now 5 times through all the years you were there, they all retired multimillionaires and got massive stock bonuses and all kinds of other stuff that you never got. And all you were given was the opportunity to put 5% of your salary or 6% or whatever the amount was into this fund. The employer would match a half of it, maybe all of it, maybe a dollar for dollar. And you're looking at average returns, and compared to inflation, you're not making any money. You found me. I don't know how you found me, but you've decided I'm going to write options. But I can't write options on what I'm sitting on, what I own, and what's in these accounts. I can't write options on this crap. There's no options market to generate. I need to convert this stuff into some kind of an asset that I can write options against. And you figured this out hanging out with us here. You've done a one-on-one with me, perhaps, and you realized, yeah, I can dump this stuff. It's inside a retirement fund. If I sell any of these entities that are in there and I make money on those entities, I don't pay tax on any of those entities. They're inside a sheltered retirement account. I can turn the capital that is represented there into perhaps NVIDIA stock. I can buy NVIDIA I'm going to hold NVIDIA for 10 years. I'm not interested in NVIDIA for 10 weeks. I'm interested in NVIDIA for 10 years, or Apple or Microsoft or something else, or a collection of stocks. And I'm going to buy 100 shares or more in 100 share increments of these different companies. And I'm going to write options against these stocks to enhance my return from premiums. Welcome to the party, pal. You're now doing what institutional investors do. This is what institutions do. They write against their positions and haul in gobs of option money from the gamblers who are desperate to try to leverage up their investments and try to make a quick buck on the move of a stock over a month or a week or a quarter or over 6 months. You are taking advantage of the saps who don't know what they're doing, who are buying lottery ticket options, trying to turn a $500 bill into a $1,000 bill, or $5,000 into $10,000 by gambling against ridiculous odds. You are taking their money, and many of you are very kind people. You take $10,000 off a gambler by writing your options, and you give them $2,000 back. And then you take $10,000 off of these gamblers and you give them $2,000 back a little later on. You just keep doing this again and again and again and saying, thank you. You come to my casino, drop your dough on the counter. I'll give you a little bit back, but you got to get your own drinks and go and watch your own fountain show, because I don't have fountains outside my building. This is what's happening around here. Welcome to those of you who have figured out how option writing can work for you. Again, if you want to do this seriously, you got to put some time into it, and you better do some studying about how this works. You better get your butt over to my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. Head over there and you'll find my image there, and you'll find my classes that are available on how the option market works. Why is it there? Why does it exist? Why are there options? How do they get created? How do they disappear? How do these expiry dates work? What is this strike price stuff all about? We explain it all. You will learn step by step how to write your own option contract or contracts through your own accounts, and you will start to mimic and imitate the most successful investors in the planet around the world by learning how to write options, and let the gamblers take the risks and you just take the premiums. This is a heck of a good deal. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Thank you all for coming through here. It's great to have you with us today. We have a poll question on the go for you today. If you're interested in answering that, hopefully you'll find it of interest. Thank you for the thumbs up so far, everybody who's been able to do that. 75 and counting. Fantastic. The poll question today is SOFI will reach $10 a share before they post their earnings because interest rates are going lower. And right now, 61% of you are thinking, I don't know if it's going to get to 10. 39% of you are saying, no, I think it's going to get to $10 a share even before they come out with their earnings. Their earnings are at least 65 days away or so. That's how far away they are, because we have to finish the quarter we're in, which is another 30, whatever I said, 35 days away. Then it's usually 30 days after that the company comes out with their finances or financials. So we're a couple months away. In the next 2 months, could SOFI break $10 a share with the environment of lower interest rates? We're going to have the interest rate drop already by the time SOFI announces their numbers. So we know it's a quarter point or a half a point dropped already, and the speculation will be for October and November that it might be another quarter to another 0.5%. We know all that is coming. So there's no mystery about lower rates. The question is, will the market get so frothy and so excited about the drop in interest rates and what's happened and what's about to happen, that SOFI just inches its way into the 8.59, 9.5 range and starts pushing $10 even before they announce their numbers? Could there be revamped estimates from analysts coming out? That's the other thing to wonder. And will analysts start to say, hey, this is 1 year of earnings now, 4 consecutive quarters. This company qualifies for S&P inclusion. $10 a share puts this company at $10 billion market capitalization. $15 a share puts them at $15 billion, and $14.54 changes everything. Because as soon as the stock breaks $14.54, they've got a $1.7 billion shift from liabilities to assets here. This is a big $850 billion move on each side of the balance sheet that just increases the shareholder value by a ton of money here, squeezing the shorters to an unbelievable level. There's 180 million shares short now on SOFI. This thing hits $14.54. That is like the DeLorean hitting 88 miles an hour. You're going to see some serious, what. Anyway, kids, there's the story. That's what we're all about. That's what we're going to watch. We're going to see what happens. I'll keep you posted. You'll keep me posted. We'll follow this together and see what the market wants to bring us. Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you again for those of you who have joined this channel as a member. You are keeping this channel on the air. I thank you very much. The Chillin' with Uncle Bruce members, Gold Bagel level members, and thank you to those of you who have joined us as subscribers. You're here every day. You're getting your alerts. If you are, of course, going to be a member of this channel as a gold level member, you are, of course, going to get the most from this channel, because every day at 8 o'clock, I go live. You will get the 8 o'clock update every day for 30 minutes just for Gold Bagel members. And every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, I go live for Prime Time with Uncle Bruce for Gold Bagel members exclusively. Another benefit for you, another perk for you to join us every week for that. So there are 5 daily shows and this one extra show. That's 6 extra shows just for you being a Gold Bagel member of this channel. Thank you. Gold Bagel members, keep us on the air. No questions, no ifs, ands, or buts. It's all about that. Thank you all. Andres De La Torre, thank you, my friend, for being here this morning. I look forward to the day you join us as a member. Thank you. The man is here. Love to see you become a member as well. How far out do GameStop option writers like you go out? It depends. There's a lot of folks here who write options on GameStop that are 1 or 2 months out. Some write 5 or 6 months out because they want the fat premiums. If you're going to write cash secured puts on GameStop, the stock trading in this 22, 23 neighborhood, if you're going to write $20 cash secured puts, you might think about writing puts right out till January 2025. Write 20s and out of the money. Bring in as much premium as you can and dare the market to make you buy GameStop at maybe $17 a share, $17.50. That's not a bad gamble to take. You put up $2,000 to bring in, say, $300. That's 15% on your money in the next 4 months to offer to buy GameStop at $20 a share, less the 3 you just got in your hand right now. You're offering to buy the stock at $17 for the next 4 or 5 months. Not much of a risk there, but it can happen. On the other hand, if you do not get to buy the shares at all because they stay over $20 a share, these contracts will just piddle out. They'll go from $3 to $2 to $1.50 to $1.25 to 75 cents to 30 cents. They'll go to nothing. You can wait for them to go to zero and never buy them back. Keep all the money, or buy them back at 25 or 50 cents and turn around and write August expiry next year, 2025 20s, and bring in 3.5 for those and say, thank you, sir. I'll take another 15, 18% on my money for another 4 or 5 months of time. All year long, baby. 15% here, 15% here. I'm making 30% a year on my cash. Thank you for my retirement fund. This is working out for me. I like this game. This is a lot better way of growing my 401 or my IRA, because the returns that these so-called experts are giving me out of wherever, it's just not cutting it. How am I going to retire when I turn 65? I've got $120,000 in my fund. 60,000 is mine, 60 from my employer. It's grown to 120 grand. I'm getting 3-4% a year. I'm 53 years old. In 12 years, that is supposed to retire me. How the hell is that happening? How am I living off of this 120 in 12, 13 years from now? It's not happening. That 120 grand is not going to be worth $3 million at 3% a year growth. There's no possible way that can happen. So why don't I turn 30% return on it and just write cash secured puts on something as simple as GameStop? If I can do that, 30% a year, that's $36,000 of gain this year on my 120,000 plus whatever I'm still putting into it along with my employer. Now we're getting somewhere. We're getting to 156, maybe 160,000 this next year. The year after, it'll be over 200,000. The year after that, it'll be over 260, 250, 60. Next year, it'll be over 325. You see what I'm getting at? You got 12 years to exponentially grow this money at 30% a year. Yeah, you want to retire? You got to get something going, because many of you have had money underperforming for you for the last 15 years. You were all sucked into this zero interest rate policy that the Fed has had, where you could get 3% mortgages, 4% mortgages. You could get zero interest rate car loans and all, but it didn't add to your wealth. Just because you could borrow money for next to nothing, did it make you rich? No. And the markets, yeah, they had performances. They did all right if you were in the right stock at the right time. certainly management in your corporations did really well, and they were loving life because they're retired now, and you're still at that cubicle going nowhere. It's time to make your money work for you because no one else is going to do it but you. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you out there. Cow Tippers here. Octavio. Lorraine is in the house. Hi, Lorraine. How you doing? Thank you, Lorraine, for these cups. Jen and I want to say thank you very much for seeing us and saddling us with cups that we now have to schlep with us for the next 65 days because of you.
They're bigger than the cups that they supply here.
That's true. They're bigger than the cups we get.
You can have a real cup.
We can have a real size cup of coffee. It's okay, Lauren. We're happy. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. And it was great seeing you in the Big Apple. It really was. Hector is in the house. And thank you, Andre Delatorre. I hope you're enjoying this trip of yours. Tom Kaufman, hi, Uncle Bruce. If I wanted to write a cash secured credit spread on TQQ, what strike price would you set? If you wanted to write cash secured put credit spread, no, you wanted to write a put credit spread on TQQQ. I think that's what you wanted to do. I don't have that quote in front of me, so I can't do this off the spot right now. I don't know what the stock is at. I don't know its pattern. I don't know its history. I'd have to dig into it for half an hour to look this up. So I can't help you at this point right at the moment. Jay Gill, ahoy, Uncle Bruce. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, John. Welcome to the show, all of you. Nice to have you all here. People are asking me, some people are wanting to know what's going on with some of our stocks. Let's take a look at the watch list here, some of our favorites, and take a look at pre-market quotes. We are 23 minutes away from opening this morning. I'm showing Rocket Lab ahead at the moment at 4 cents a share at $7 each. They're at $7 Rocket Lab in the pre-market. SOFI is up 8 cents now to $7.60. We've got GameStop sitting here up 6 cents to $22.27. I show Matterport at $4.20 a share, down 15 cents. The last I heard on Matterport is that the takeover should be done in the fourth quarter of this year. That is the last I got. That the deal was voted on by shareholders. It was approved by shareholders to merge this company with CoStar at a price of $5.50 a share, of which $2.75 is cash and $2.75 is in the form of CoStar shares. So that's what I know. Waiting for that to close, but we still will not see that close until September, probably October, November, or December, somewhere in there. Theoretically, it's a buy at $4.20 because $2.75 of that is going to be paid to you in cash. You're actually risking the difference between $2.75 and $4.20 for this deal. So you're risking $1.50 in cash that the CoStar shares will be worth at least $1.50 or more to you. And I'm certain it will be a winner. But I can't predict the market in the pre-market, at least. No way. This pre-market could be on 50 shares of volume, so I don't know if this is real or not. We'll see what happens. 23andMe at 32.4 cents a share. No new developments there. Waiting to see if the company's going to do a rollback or if it's going to be taken out or what. Spire is at 807 last trade on Friday. It was up 66 cents, which is really nice. A 66-cent gain on Friday. And we've got recovered back from this $6-7 debacle. ATIP, no trades this morning. Last I saw, $5.93 on Friday. Smart Rent, $1.69 on Friday. Right now, $1.75. It's up about 6 cents a share in the pre-market on Smart Rent. There is the last I've heard is there's an activist investment group that are really upset with the price of Smart Rent. They were upset at $2.50 a share, let alone here. And they want management to shake things up. And they did. They dumped the CEO and they're on a search for somebody new. So until we get an update from Smart Rent management, I can't tell you anything. I can only guess as to what's going to happen, but I have nothing else. What's happening, Jen? What's going on?
Could I have that box of chocolates behind you?
You want a box of chocolates? What are you going to do with a box of chocolates, Auntie Jen? Are you going to admire them from a distance, or am I in big trouble?
Ah! Oh,
There goes your
there
knitting.
goes yarn.
There goes your knitting. You have to tend to your knitting, my dear.
It's just right behind you.
I just want to move this back so I have a little space.
No, just one box is fine.
We have chocolates here. There you go. Here, grab that with your little tweezer. Here you go. There you go. There's one of those.
Yeah, see, it won't do it.
There's one.
Okay.
Here's your other one, truffles.
I just asked for chocolates. He brings
right.
both back.
All
I
right.
did not choose them.
All right. It's a happy little cabinet. Well, she's very happy now because she's got her chocolate. Did you want this, by the way?
Sure.
Well, let's give you that. I'll give you that off camera.
Okay, thanks.
We're not telling anybody what that is. It's wine. We're not telling anybody what that is. It's wine. We're not telling anybody what that is. It's wine.
Well, look, it's
Okay.
after 11 o'clock.
Yeah, look at that. It's like 2 in the afternoon in Southampton. Wing Commander, good morning, everybody. Debbie, Uncle Bruce, what will it look like if we have Rocket Lab $5 expiry Jan 26 put contract in play when the deal goes through?
Yes.
Can
That's a
I?
good question.
I don't understand what you mean by in play. What
Well,
deal?
It's
What
active. It's
No.
alive.
what deal are you talking about? There's no deal on Rocket Lab. Are you talking about Matterport, not Rocket Lab? If you are sitting on, if any of you are sitting on Rocket Lab puts that have a $5 expiry, you're laughing right now because the Rocket Lab is now at what, $7? They're out of the money. They're worthless. I have a contract. Did you write this contract, or did you buy this contract? Again, I don't. Debbie, I don't know. Is this Rocket Lab or is this Matterport? You got to help me out. I'm not sure what you're asking me for sure. Bobby, low sugar antigen on a boat is a risky day, Uncle Bruce. We can't have antigen low on her chocolate.
No.
Bobby, it's international waters. Time doesn't count, antigen. Drink a bottle of wine for breakfast. It's dinner somewhere.
That's right. It's international.
See. Debbie says yes. Okay, Debbie. Yes. What? I don't understand. Okay,
You asked her if she's thinking Matterport
right.
instead of Rocket
Yeah.
Lab.
So,
Maybe that's yes.
okay, so Debbie, question. Did you write a cash secured put on Matterport at $5 a share? Or did you write call options on Matterport? Or is this a Rocket Lab $5 put that you wrote going on? Here's another comment. Debbie, Rocket Lab. Okay, I may have it confused with another. That's why I want to be sure. What exactly have we got here? It's okay. Just take your time. Figure it out. Let me know. Beach Boy. Hi, Auntie Jen. Don't mind the homeless guy next to you. He just wants attention. Cheers, lemon pie. There you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, literally. Cheers. She's enjoying that red liquid over there on my side of the bed. So if it spills, hey, it's it happens on your side of the bed. We'll call the cabin steward and we'll point at you and go, yes,
Right.
the wine spilled on his side of the bed. And he'll go, oh, and I notice he eats chocolate too. Yes, he does. He's a troublemaker. What can I say? Let's see, Uncle Bruce, have you tried the ship buffet yet? Oh, yeah. You know, we got on board Friday afternoon, about 2 o'clock. We're supposed to be here at 1 for check-in. So we got here
Right,
about
we were supposed to
we got here about 10 to 1. And
report at 4:30.
and 4:35 the ship was supposed to go. We got on the ship maybe around 2 o'clock-ish. We went right to our cabin. We had our carry-ons with us, our on wheels, you know. We had checked in our luggage when we got to the side of the, beside the ship, we gave our luggage to this guy, or to the, the cabs, those guys, those baggage handlers. We then walked into the terminal, got in line and followed the line up and did what we were supposed to do, went through security with the magnet machines, with our luggage and our hand carry-on. All is well, all is well, all is well. Finally checked, got onto the ship, came to our room. Our luggage was here. The luggage beat us. That's the first time that's ever happened on a cruise. I've been on cruises in the past where 2.5 to 4 hours after you get on the ship, your luggage finally arrives. Luggage was waiting for us when we got here, and we were in this cabin an hour and 10 minutes after we arrived and handed our luggage over to our guy. So that was impressive. We quickly unpacked a few things and checked our balcony out, and all's great. And then we were starving, so we went to the buffet, and it was terrific. Had a nice little buffet lunch. It was fantastic, lots of variety. For dinner that night, we went to the main dining room, 6 o'clock. Had our dinner reservation, and we were eating dinner and looking out our window, because we had window seats in the main dining room, and we were leaving New York. And there was the Statue of Liberty. The Verrazano Bridge came next. I put videos up of the earlier, again, in a video if you want to watch it on TWB. But that's the last time we went to the dining room. That was the first night. That was Friday night. So Saturday, breakfast in the buffet, which I love because you pick what you want and ignore what you don't. Same with Jen, and go back as many times as you feel. Have another cup of coffee, go get it. It's right there. There's a machine. Help yourself. Sometimes they surprise you. The staff comes up to you, would you like some more coffee? And they have it handy. Oh yeah. Service is fantastic. And so we've done buffet eating ever since. It's so good. We're just doing buffet eating, and it is marvelous. Just simply marvelous. I'm sure we'll be in the dining room again, but I think it was Saturday night was gala night. That's where you saw people with the men with tuxedos on and the women with elegant gowns. I ain't got no tuxedo. So we just went into the buffet and had a
I wonder if you can
meal.
rent one.
Probably. I don't know. I haven't noticed it. I haven't seen a notification of it. Maybe
That's true.
not.
Yes,
Maybe,
they
in the
haven't
old days,
advertised
you
it.
could. In the old days, you could rent a tuxedo. And when I see old days, when I say that, 20 years ago and before.
Well, 20 years ago, you owned your own tuxedo.
Well, yeah, but you could have still rented one. You could have still rented one in those days. But anyway, we've been enjoying it. We're just completely powering down and just relaxing. The only stress in my world is this internet connection. And so far, so good. We open in 12 minutes, and we're hoping that we're going to be okay. So far, so good. And we'll see what happens. The demographic of this ship is my channel. More or less. I would say this, my TWB channel, my Traveling with Bruce channel, this ship is the demographic of that channel. People 50 and older, generally speaking. For this channel, Stock Marks with Bruce, my viewers are usually in their mid-30s and up, a majority of which are 50 and older. That is this channel's demographic, because people here are income seekers. They're looking for income from their option portfolios or trading of options, selling of options. And retirees that are already retired and are trying to add to their pension, they found me and they're going, show me how to bring in $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month. All I have is Social Security, and I'm getting a measly check from my former employer, and we're losing money. Our assets are depleting out. Can you help us? Well, yeah, if we can help you rearrange your Roth, we can get you to the point where you can write options against the entire value of your Roth to bring in much more capital than you're bringing in now, so that we can hold the value of your Roth or grow the value of your Roth while you're taking it out, while you're taking out from it. Again, your tax advisor will ultimately help you with that. In Canada, it's RSPs and TFSAs. In England, It's your own systems. In Europe, it's another system. So to each his own. Okay. Welcome one and all to the party. Thank you for being here. Let's see. White Feather, just buy a t-shirt with a tuxedo printed on it. Problem solved. You see, now there are guys who know everything. And there's one of them right there. Thank you, White Feather, for helping us out. We're 10 minutes away, I think, from the opening, if I am not mistaken. I think we're that close for opening the show, the market up here. I'm showing Rocket Lab right now up 3 cents. I've got SoFi up a dime. I've got GameStop up 8 cents. Matterport is up a penny. Not much happening there. Nothing bad. Apple's down 16 cents. Tesla down 120. Microsoft down 65 cents. Google up 26. Amazon down 74. So more red than green on some of the big issues. Let's see if we can find out some other things here. Let's take a look again at SoFi. This looks great. 752, 762 now on the pre-market. 600,000 traded. And as far as the indexes go, yeah, it's mixed. We're up 72 on the Dow. We're up 9 on S&P. We're down 18.75 points on NASDAQ. Crude oil up 248 right now because of Mideast tensions. That's what's creating that over there. Okay. We'll see what's going on. 763 on SoFi, up 11 cents. Friday's high trade was 756. Shares couldn't get beyond 756 on Friday. We're at 763 here this morning. So we're definitely seeing a little better performance there. Okay. Nothing much else to tell you about as far as the indexes go. Interest rate wise, the U.S. Treasury is showing 3.78%, which is slightly lower. We've got the U.S. dollar, as far as the euro is going, is gaining a little bit of ground. It got to 112. The euro is now 111.5, half a penny lower. On the Japanese yen, it's at a 144 to the dollar, which is somewhere around where we've been lately. The pound at 130, 198, trying to get to 132. It was 132.2, slightly lower. Asia overnight was mixed. The Asia Dow was up, and the Japan index down 2/3 of a percentage point. Hong Kong up 1%. In Europe right now, markets are up 0.5 point in London, unchanged almost in Germany, maybe 1/10 of a percentage point lower in Germany, 1/4 point higher in France, Spain, Italy, just slightly up. I mean, there's not a lot happening in the pre-market over there. The VIX is 1596, up 10 cents, almost unchanged. So we've got a kind of a flat opening overall, 76-point gain for the Dow. It's kind of like what the ocean is looking like out there. Very flat, very calm, and beautiful sunny morning, and virtually no wind, and quiet. Just a wonderful start and a wonderful cruise so far. Thank you all for joining me here. Let's see here. Okay. Debbie is saying Rocket Lab. Okay, I may have it confused with another. Beach Boy says hi. Lizzie said White Feather says hi. Thank you. I'm up to speed on your comments. As far as the poll questions and the thumbs ups go, let's take a look at the thumbs up meter. We're now showing a total of 103 thumbs ups. Thank you for that. 239 of you have joined us, and looks like technically we're doing okay live from the Queen Mary 2 right here in the Atlantic Ocean. The poll question, pretty consistent here. We've got 208 people voting now on the poll question. That's a good sign. SoFi will reach $10 a share before they post their earnings in about 2 months, because interest rates are going lower. This is the thinking, that the stock can reach $10 a share because interest rates are definitely going lower. We now know the Federal Reserve is definitely committed to lower rates starting this month, coming up September. So the banking sector could have a very nice underlying vibe of no stormy clouds above, nothing like that. Should be sunny days for the banking sector. Could it mean that SoFi will go up 10, 15, 20 cents a day, a buck a week for the next 3 or 4 weeks, 5 weeks? Well, that happens. We're at 12 bucks. We're at 760 now. Could we be 860 by next week sometime, and 960 a week or two after that? $10 is a no-brainer. Before earnings, it's going to be 2 months before earnings come out. So don't we think this is possible? 63% of you are saying no damn way. No, Bruce, there's no way. 63% of 211 people are going, there's no way it's going to get to 10 bucks. 37% are saying, you're saying there's a chance. You're saying there's a chance we could be at 10 bucks before the fourth consecutive quarterly earnings report is released by this company. Well, there's only one way to find out for sure. Stick around and we'll figure it out. Jen and I will be here in Europe during this time frame, the next 60 days. So by the time we get back to New York and catch up with you guys, we'll know. Oh, by the way, are any of you going to be in New York on October the 26th? That's a Saturday. It's the day after we get back to New York on this ship, the Queen Mary 2. The 26th of October, we're having a meet and greet, and you're invited to join us at Carmine's in Times Square, New York City. 1 o'clock in the afternoon at Carmine's in New York, Times Square. Be there or be square. Lunch is on us. You want a free lunch at Carmine's? This is your chance to enjoy it. Come out, see us at Carmine's restaurant. Jen and I, we took the difficult decision, the very hard move we had to make to test it out. We tested.
Took one for the team.
We took one for the team, as she says. That's right. We took one for the team on what was it, Friday?
Yeah.
Thursday, the day before, because we left Friday to get on.
What days have different names?
What days? What they're in order? It was Thursday. We went to Times Square on Thursday, and walked from our hotel up to West 44th Street. In Times Square to Carmine's, and found it nice and easy peasy right off of Broadway by about 200 feet, right beside the Ben & Jerry's and across the street from the Schubert Theater.
You were looking on your phone on the map.
I'm looking on Google Maps. Where is this restaurant? And it says you're within 300 feet, 200 feet. Jen is going, hey, it's right over there.
Maybe it's the sign that says Carmine's.
Hey, hon, I see a sign that says Carmine's. You think that could be it? Welcome to my life. Flint Creek Soap Company. Good morning to you.
How's her house?
Wing Commander. So all quiet on the Western Front. How is the house
Soap lady.
for Soap Lady? How you doing out there?
And how's the new baby?
Jen wants to know how the new baby's doing. Zach G, $10 donation. This is going towards the onboard ship spending fund that we have got going on right now. Oh,
Nice.
it's ongoing.
Someone has to pay for this chocolate.
One of these is a fortune. Matter of fact, this Diet Coke is 330 milliliters. So, when you're in the United States and you buy a bottle of this stuff, the plastic ones, they're usually like a half a liter, 500 milliliters, or you can buy 1 milliliters for like $1.50. You can buy 2-liter bottles. I buy 2-liter bottles in Canada for $2 Canadian. Okay. That bottle right there, $4.50 is the cost in American money for that bottle of Coke. Plus a service fee automatically is added to the charges. And I believe the service fees are 15% mandatory tipping charge, whether you want to or not. So this bottle is over $5 American. So this is the one bottle I will enjoy today on board the ship. This $10 donation is helping out Zach a lot. It's going to my Coca-Cola fund, Diet Coke fund. I appreciate you. Good morning, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. I'm still going from the night before, too. Heading to travel to Spain on Wednesday. Excited to be in the same time zone soon. Happy vacation. Right on, Zach. Thank you, Zach, very much for that donation.
And happy vacation
And
to him as well.
happy vacation. Yeah. Flint is here. Dad and I are here. Welcome, Dad and Flint Creek. Lizzie, I thought cruises came with drink packages. Oh, yes.
Except
We could get a drink package. Problem is that if Jen were to get an alcoholic drink package, because I don't drink alcohol really, so I have to buy one too. There's no way only one person can do it. Why? People cheat. Who knew? We're talking about $60.
yeah, I can't drink two people's worth.
Yeah, I think it's $60 a day.
Yeah, it's
So-
cheaper just to buy a drink.
So it's $120 a day for the drink package, plus the 15% tip. That's 18 more. So it's let's call it $140 a day
That's too many martinis.
times 7 days on the cruise. 700 plus 280, $1,000 for the week to get the drink package, or just buy one of these for $5 once a day, $35. Yeah, okay. There you go. Or don't drink this stuff. Christina, can you not get? Can you not get some from the machine? Just no. There.
They don't really have.
Yeah,
I
there are
haven't
no
seen
machines. There are no machines on board this thing.
No.
No, we have a bar here that has drinks in it, but you drink
No,
one,
but
you
on
pay.
other ones, the machine where you push what you want, and you put in your card,
Yes,
and then you can put,
yes,
it's
like on
like
Royal
a-
Caribbean and on
it's like
some.
a soft drink.
They have
card.
a soft drink dispensary unit, and not on this ship though. They don't have those here. Apparently, if you get a soda from a bar, you go to a bar and get a glass of soda, it's Pepsi product. If you get a bottle of cola, it's Coca-Cola product. It's really funny around here, but it's the same price. It's outrageously expensive. Welcome to the cruise world. There it is. It's the way it is. Larry, I'm late, but I'm here. Welcome, my friend. The bells have been hit. We're up and running. Thank you, Larry, for helping out. Usually called Freestyle Soda. Yes, there is a soda package I can buy. There's some kind of a soda. It's about $20 a day, $140 for the week, and I've declined to do that as well. So I found so far the first 3.5 days. I think this is my third cola that since I've been on the ship. This might be my third one, so no big deal. It's all good. Richard Carlin, neat. Markets are open, Bruce. We're up and running, baby. Let's make some money. Okay, I like the sound of that. Let's take a look at the opening here and see what the markets look like. I'll refresh my page and see if my internet brings it to me. Yes, we're open at the moment. Just starting to start off the day here. Rocket Lab 684 showing a 12-cent loss at this second in time. SoFi is at 760 up 8. GameStop is down 3 cents. Make it now down 9. Matterport is up about a half a penny. Nothing going on. 23andMe, nothing going on. Spire down 16 at 791 so far. ATIP is up 3. Smart Rent down 1. Apple, no change. Tesla down 370. Microsoft down up a quarter on Microsoft. Alphabet is up 154. Amazon is up 40. Nvidia up 128. Facebook, Meta down 113. Goldman up 291. Cisco up 11. ARC Innovations down 6. Pfizer down 12. HBQ up a dime. Unity down 8. AI is up 3 cents. Adobe is up 183. Netflix is up 298 at the moment. IBM down 7 cents. Vanik Semiconductors down 94. Home Depot up 110. Enphase up $4.14. Palantir down 33. And Uber down 62 cents. Those are the initial quotes so far here. Very early now, 5 minutes in. We've got the Dow holding a 124 gain apparently. We got S&P up 12. We have NASDAQ up 11 points. The VIX is up 12 cents, and oil is holding a 250 a barrel gain at the moment. There is the story. SoFi now 760.61 on the market right now. This is the high of the day, 761, up 8 cents on about 1 million shares approximately going through the system so far. There you are. There's the story from where I'm at over here. Welcome everyone to the program. What else is going on here? Christina, so you'll be the next one flying out on the helicopter. We know how you are about your soda. That's right. Get me the Coast Guard. I got to get a couple 2-liter bottles and bring them back here. This is ridiculous. Wing Commander, here's a donation, Bruce. $5.99 on the Euro site. The baby is doing great, by the way. Do they have German bratwurst on board? Not yet. Have not been offered German bratwurst on board.
Cold cuts.
We've had beer sausage, cold Ausschnitt. We've had cold cuts. We've had some other cold cuts available, but nothing German themed. Nothing German themed at this point. I don't know if there will be or not. We in the buffet area, they have sort of an Oriental kind of food station. They have the North American station. They seem to. What else have we noticed? Anything
British?
Has it been other than British?
Pasties and blood pudding and mushrooms and beans. And
breakfast. You can have British breakfast,
North American
breakfast. You know, the thing I noticed we don't have is no waffles, no pancakes for 3 mornings in a row. None of those.
No, the one morning, did they have French toast?
No, not here. They had it at the Embassy Suite.
Hotel, yeah.
And they have muesli here, which is really good. They have a wonderful muesli pre-made. I love it.
We've got the yogurts, the mueslis, lots of cereals.
Fruits.
Lots of cereals.
Lots of fruits, cereals, breads, very nice buns. Good food. Like, we've been very happy. No complaints. It's been very nice.
Bacon, sausages, potatoes.
Yeah. Breakfast is great. Lunch, a very good variety. Dinner, good variety. We haven't even been to the pub yet for pub food.
You gotta go to the pub.
We could go back to the main restaurant. I had a steak the first evening in the main dining room. Had a New York strip or something like that. It was fine.
Food's been good.
Food's been fine. Yeah.
Food good, beer good, always good.
Jen good. Jen drunk, Jen good. So, you know. Thank you, Wing Commander, for your donation, and congratulations on the new one in your family, number 2. Good job, Dad. You're doing all the heavy lifting there, I know. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, those of you who are making donations to our onboard ship spending account. Oh, yeah, it's piling up. It's all good. We're having a good time here. We're happy with the cruise, without question. There you go. Let's take a look here at some more quotes. What's going on? You know, this Rocket Lab is doing what it does every day. It drops first thing in the morning, and then I've noticed as the morning wears on and the day wears on, Rocket Lab goes up again. And here we are on Rocket Lab right now at 673. We're down 23 cents on Rocket Lab. Got down to 668 there right off the morning. Traded now, what is it, 1 million shares. And we're now 674 as we slowly are coming back. Still down 23 cents on the session. I can't figure it out. Kind of weird, but that's what Rocket Lab is doing this morning. Over on SoFi, 766. Just hit a high of 770 on your SoFi, guys. I'm asking you guys whether this stock can reach $10 in the next 2 months, before the earnings come out, and it's up 14 cents this morning already. It's already been up 18 cents. And most of you are saying, no, there's no damn way, Bruce. There's not a chance. There's no way is it going to get to $10. I will say, though, that the vote is shifting. We now have 231 votes, and 39% of you say, this might make $10 a share. Where 61% of you going, no way, that's not going to happen. So maybe it's going to shift. Maybe this poll question will go more to the other side. 248 of you are watching us this morning live from the Queen Mary 2 cruise ship right here in the Atlantic. Appreciate you popping in and saying hi to us. Thank you for donating to our ship spending account. 122 thumbs ups have come in, which means 124 have not given us a thumbs up. So you guys officially are in the slacker department. Strickland is on the prowl for you guys. Don't get caught in the hallway without giving us a thumbs up. If you're able to give us a thumbs up, please do. We would appreciate it. Thank you all for joining us. Nice to have you here. Let's go back to the studio right there. Here we go. Wing Commander. So how does it work on board? If food is part of the package and drinks are not, or are you getting water at the very least? Yes. So food is part of the package as far as the main dining room goes, the buffet goes, the pub on board. The only extra food you can pay for is if you go into the, quote, steakhouse, which is a reservation kind of thing. I think it's $35 at lunchtime, additional per person, flat rate, anything you want. $60 in the evening or something like that, flat charge per person. Order what you want. There might be one other specialty restaurant on this ship, and that's it. This ship is pretty well all-inclusive. It's a luxury liner, so all meals are practically covered. You can go to the buffet anytime you want, grab an ice cream cone, leave, go in, grab a piece of cake, leave, take it to your room, eat it there, eat it at the buffet, walk around the deck with it, whatever you want. Very handy. Drinks. Coffee is always on. They have a coffee station, decaf, regular coffee, teas, all kinds of selection of teas. Help yourself. Juices, apple juice, orange juice, other kinds of juice, water available. There are people on board who have water bottles with them, and they'll go to the water station at the buffet, hit the ice machine for ice, put the water in there, and then walk the deck, and they've got their water with them. Or take that with you if you want, or grab a thermos and grab coffee and take that anywhere on the ship you want. We love to go, Jen and I, we love to go to one area of the ship known as the Pavilion, which is an indoor swimming pool area with 2 hot tubs or spas and a pool and loungers around it, which have padded pads on them. There's a bar there, and you can go up to the bar and order whatever you want, charge it to your room, and enjoy a drink while you're resting in the lounger, and hop into the pool, hop out of the pool, hop into the hot tub, hop out of the hot tub, towels provided. Wonderful. It's a resort. This is a floating resort. And so you pay for your alcohol either a la carte or it's part of your package, whatever you wish. There are 2 outdoor pool areas on board the ship. If you go to my travel channel, my TWB Traveling with Bruce YouTube channel, I am uploading videos there every day about this ship. I will have another 3 or 4 at least before the cruise is over to update you on, so you can check it out. It's absolutely fabulous. This ship is designed for 50-year-olds and older without question. This is not party central. Do not come on this ship if you're 25 and looking to pick up a bunch of college girls. Not happening. You're in the wrong demographic, wrong cruise line. You got to go to Royal Caribbean. You got to go to Carnival. You got to go where the college kids go on a college cruise getaway. This is not it. Across the Atlantic, we're dealing with a higher demographic of clientele, older, much quieter. But then Jen and I are pushing 70 next year. These are our peeps. What can I say? Our nobody, they serve food on the ship as part of the package. I assume as a buffet, beverage isn't provided with the food. Flint Creek, sorry, I was paused. I had half my house torn off Friday night. It went well. Now what? I don't know. Still no running water. So yeah, this is going to be a big job here for Flint Creek Soap Company. If you can help Flint Creek Soap Company out, go to her website, flintcreeksoapcompany.com, I think is how you find it. Order some soap from Flint Creek Soap, the official soap company of this channel, and help her out with her situation. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to have water by next week, but it'll be a temporary fix until something is rebuilt. And there you go. That's, of course, how that's going to go. This is going to take some time. Yes, those of you who want to take a cruise and you're older and you want it quiet and you want it luxurious and you want it first class, come on to Cunard. Come on to this cruise line. You're going to like it. Holland America, I would rank just as highly as this one. Holland America does an excellent job. There are no water slides. There are no rock climbing walls. There are no wave runners. None of that stuff. That is Royal Caribbean. You want action? They got action. Norwegian has go-karts. Go to Norwegian. Carnival is cheap. Value package 4, 5, 6 day cruises. Go there. For whatever it is you want, there's a cruise line for you. But this one here, I rank really nicely. I have no complaints on this cruise line whatsoever at this point. Wing Commander, now I want to go. Don't worry, I'll smuggle my alcohol on board. What we did was, you're allowed to bring 1 bottle of wine per adult on board the ship. So Jen and I brought on 2 bottles of wine. This kind of size, 750 milliliters. We brought 1 each on board the ship, and you're allowed to do that. I could have brought cola on board with me. I could have brought 12 cans of Coke, and then taken out the product inside this fridge and then substituted mine in there. I didn't bother this time around because I will probably buy some cola when we get to Southampton, because this first week we're just crossing the Atlantic. We'll get to Southampton. We'll get off the ship there for a few hours, walk around, and we'll bring in another bottle of wine each, and we'll bring on some cola for our 12-day cruise around the United Kingdom, because we're not leaving this ship right away on the end of this cruise. It'll be fine. Bobby, vodka that looks like mouthwash, 2 drips of green food dye, and 6 of the blue dye. Wing Commander, I noticed they marked the final resting place of the RMH Titanic on a map. They do. We see that here on the map. Yeah, definitely. It was a White Star Line, which is Cunard. Yeah, true. There is no official ceremony being held or anything. We just are sailing along. But it's been marked, and it's for those who are curious on board. Where around here is where was the Titanic? So they indicate that in general. DM, months before the cruise, you go to Costco and you buy the massive bottles of Listerine whitening, non-transparent. Then you finish using it, dump it out, and wash out the bottle. See, there are all kinds of people here who are chintzy, sneaky. DM, fill that with liquor and put it in your luggage. There you go. Well, I can tell you, they do check your luggage, and if they find there's just too many large containers of mouthwash, you don't need 2 liters of mouthwash or 1 liter of mouthwash. Really, they'll test for it, and they'll confiscate it. Oh, yes, they will. But generally, most of the folks, 99.99% on this ship, they're rather well off. The demographic on this ship is very high. But I will also tell you that 70 and 80-year-olds don't drink a lot of booze as a matter of course. It's not their go-to. The drinkers on this cruise are in their 50s and 60s. They're the drinkers. By the time you get your 70s and 80s, you are now in such bad shape You're probably on medication and you're not drinking too much. Again, I'm just generalizing. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just saying it is what it is. Anyway, DM, fill that liquor and put it in your luggage. DM, I need my Listerine, fella. I need my Listerine. JJ, I want to party with you, cowboy. That's JJ to DM. Christina, I use the word chintzy, and my wife says I made it up. Validation. I didn't make up the word chintzy. That is a true word.
That's a word.
It's a word. You can use it in Scrabble. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's all
probably a Scrabble.
It's probably a Scrabble word.
And if not, that
with
just means Scrabble's being very chintzy with their words.
That's right. Scrabble's being chintzy with their words. That's right. Too much fun. Hi, everybody. Welcome, everyone, to the program. Thank you for joining us today. I'm just so thrilled that this broadcast is so far working out. I'm pretty pleased about this. I got to tell you, we were worried about our connection, but so far so good. Thank you all for being here. Look at that Rocket Lab coming back here. 678 now is where it's at. It got down today to 668. It's now 679, so it's come back 11 cents, just like the pattern lately. 2 million volume now, and it's approaching 680 again. And it was in the pre-market 7705 pre-market. So kind of weird how it starts low and then slowly climbs back. It just kind of weird. SOFI is up 18 cents. Make it 19 cents. SOFI now $7 and make it 20 cents. 772 with a 773 high. Thank you, SOFI. A volume of almost 4 million in 21 minutes. Not complaining. 772 up 20 cents a share on your SOFI. And of course, my poll question might get affected here if SOFI keeps on chugging along the way it is. Some of you out there might be going, Bruce, you might be right. This stock might hit $10 before the earnings come out, which is at least 2 months away before earnings come out. Right now, by the way, we have 138 thumbs ups. Thank you guys for these thumbs ups. SOFI, 62% of you are saying there's no way SOFI will reach $10 a share in the next 60 days. There's no way. 38% are saying there's a chance. Well, it's already approaching 8 now. We're trying to get to 772 here. Go up another 10, 15 cents. We're at 790 practically. We'll be almost at $8 here. You remember 3 weeks ago we were at $5.90 a share 3 weeks ago. Do you guys remember that? That so-called yen carry trade nonsense we had in early August. 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. We're 771 versus 590. This is looking a lot nicer. That was an intraday price. It wasn't an overnight close of 590. It was an intraday trade. Some of you scooped up stock down there. I know you did. Well done. The Dow's up 180. S&P is up about 8. NASDAQ is down 23. Oil holding a 270 gain at 77.53. That's what we've got right now. And we're watching what's happening in the Middle East on oil anyway to see what's going on over there. Thank you all for joining us today. This is great. DM, welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce. Semester at Sea. There you go. How to make money even on a cruise ship. There are people on board this cruise ship watching their phones. Oh, yes. They're out on the loungers. They've got their iPads. They're locked in. You can buy high-speed internet here. You can trade off this cruise ship, ocean liner, I should say. Oh, yes. You could definitely do some business here. No doubt about it. Hey, you got one of those chocolate squares handy over there with hazelnut in it?
No, I'm sorry, we don't have any.
Did you eat them all already, haven't you? Could use
suppose it's the one with the green on it.
I could use a little sugar boost if you want to chuck one over here.
First, I got to see one that says hazel.
It's,
Okay, you ready?
yeah, sure. Incoming. Incoming. Oh, the sea was angry that day, my friends.
It was
Like an old lady throwing chocolate across the bedroom at a guy's head. I bought this on board yesterday. The Lindt Swiss
Fox
Classic Milk Hazelnut Chocolate. And there it is there, the Lindt brand right there. And then you can see the hazelnut sort of sticking out on the back there. It just disappears. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
You have to keep the sugar flowing, the energy level. JJ, how much is the high-speed internet costing you? We're paying, I think, $24 a day.
Canadian.
American.
Oh, okay.
The donations that you've made so far, the 2 donations, haven't covered that yet. And we prepaid the internet for this cruise 7 days. The next cruise we're on, which is the next one after this one, 12 more. That's 19 days. We've prepaid it. And I've prepaid the internet from Hamburg back to New York 10 days when we come back in October.
I'm just thrilled it's working.
And we're just thrilled it's working the way it is. We're very pleased. Spare, since when has this show been running? On the beginning, there was a display at 1600. I have to apologize for some of you who are confused about my show. We're dealing with something here on board this ship called a daily 1-hour shift in time. Every day at noon hour, the captain comes on and says,
4 minutes, you're going to hear him.
we're going to shift our time 1 hour forward every day we're at sea. Because by the time we leave from New York, we get to Southampton. Southampton is 5 hours ahead. We have to climb 5 hours in time, but we only do it 1 hour a day because we're going 400 or 500 miles a day over there. 500 miles a day for 6 days, 3,000 miles. So we've moved 2 hours so far. Today we're moving the 3rd hour. So my computer, I have to manually hand change the time to adjust it for ship time. But telling you what time my show is on, my computer and the StreamYard and YouTube can't figure out, and I can't get my computer to tell them that this is it. So you are noticing, oh, the show starts in 2 hours. No, I'm on at 8 o'clock in the Eastern time zone for Gold Bagel members every day, you guys. And I'm on 8:30 every day on this channel for my big show, which is 8:30 to 9:30 to 10:30 Eastern time every day. So the times are the same for those of you in North America. Ignore what it says down here where it says showtime is in 2 hours. No. I will try to make a note over here every day, a little notification as to what we're doing. But I know for some of you, you're gonna miss it, and so I apologize. But I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. James of the Misty Tree says chintz is a patterned calico cloth from India. It says here, chintz became the slang for the cheap imitations that came along.
Mhm.
See, what you learn on this channel is endless. In the 1700s and 1800s, apparently, says James. Lissy, the high-speed internet should be cheaper than the alcohol package. Slayer, I feel you, Uncle Bruce. Once you start with it, the chunks of chocolate quickly disappear. Lissy, so booze and internet is going to be around $100 a day. No, we're not spending that kind of money on booze. No, it's fine. Splair, that explains everything and interesting information for sure. It's a difference with your speed per hour. Dude, Bruce, here's $20 towards your cause. Thank you, Bruce. Keep it up. There's $20 towards your internet package for today. Thank you, everybody, to helping out our onboard ship account. Yeah, we have daily charges here that we're at it that are being, and it'll amount to a bit of money by the time we're done. But we're not complaining. We're quite happy with this experience. Splair, so we're all on the same time as before, always on the same time. Christine, I'll tell you what, this channel isn't chintzy. Well, there you go. It's we try to help you make the kind of money so you're not making chintzy money. The captain's talking. We're changing our clock right now.
What channel do I want?
40.
And also the river and reflections and everything.
Try 40.
It's to work, or you could take a 10-minute walk to the nearby town quay where a bus service operates, and for a few pounds, it may be even simpler.
We have the TV on here, and the captain is making an announcement. Jen can't get the TV to work.
Yeah, I can. Just pushing the wrong.
She's just putting the wrong buttons. We're missing all the announcements. Thanks, Jen.
232 east northeast of Cape Race, and away there up to the north of us, Cape Farthal.
Do you want to hear it?
Sure, crank it up.
That is 730 nautical miles away.
This is our daily
In the last
announcement.
23 hours, we've covered 535 nautical miles, averaging 23.3 knots, very respectable. And that brings the total since New York to 1,319 and 1,859 to run. So around midnight tonight, we will be halfway.
Halfway at midnight.
So we did pass Cape Race just around 50 miles south of the Cape, 1:30 this morning. At the present time, just coming to the eastern extremity of the Rand Banks. So the next couple of hours, the depth of water will drop away to the much deeper water of the North Atlantic. We are now following a great circle track, so heading up to the northeast on the initial part of the curve. I am also always asked, why don't we take the shortest routes, straight line? Well, of course, great circles are the shortest route. Great circles are a method of navigating a ship or aircraft, for that matter, along the shortest navigable distance between the point of departure and the point of arrival. The shortest distance between any 2 points on a sphere is, of course, the circumference of the circle which joins them, and whose centre is at the centre of the sphere. Now, in terms of the Earth, this is known as a great circle. And when it's possible for a ship to sail along the great circle, connecting its point of departure and point of arrival, it will sail the shortest distance between the two. However, unless both of the points lie on the equator, which is of course itself a great circle along which you can steer a steady course due east or due west, a ship cannot do this unless it sails a continuous curve, consistently altering course to keep on the great circle. The theory of great circle sailings has long been known and understood. It is described in many of the early books on navigation, but it was of little use to a ship dependent on the wind to get from one place to another.
What you learn.
It was impossible for such vessels
You can mute it.
to maintain a predetermined course.
See, a math lesson.
Always interesting stuff from the captain. Flint Creek, chocolate is life.
Yes.
I have a stockpile amassed with when this happened here. I may be roughing it, but I'm no savage, you know. Flint Creek and Zagnuts. Splair, any news why Rocket Lab is down? It seems to be down every morning, first thing, and then it seems to recover. I have no explanation that I can offer you. It's at 663 again, down 33. I have no idea. SOFI, however, is up 21 to 773 and is pushing the high level of the day. And GameStop has gone green. It's up 16 cents to 22.38. Now it's up 17 cents. Matterport has turned around. It's up 3.5 cents. We've got Spire down 8 cents. It was worse off than that this morning. And ATIP is up 3. Smart Rent down 3. Apple is down 25. Tesla down 278. Microsoft down $1.10. Google is up 35. Amazon is down 66 cents and Nvidia down 77 cents. Facebook is down 722. Other than Facebook down 722, the Magnificent Seven, I mean, okay, Tesla's down $3. Hardly an issue here. We don't seem to have any real problems with the big cap stocks today. I'm just thrilled to see SoFi at 773, 774, high of the day. 6 million plus volume, not bad for the first 35 hours, and an uptick. I think SoFi is going to continue to inch higher. I can see it breaking 8, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Be nice. Going through $8 and then going to 8.15, 8.20. Maybe by the middle part of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe we're going to be at say 8.50, 8.70. I just don't see a collapse happening here. I see a slow rise happening here on SoFi. Remember, keep this in the back of your mind. Okay, this is not moving the market right now, but this is important to understand. Every penny that SoFi goes up in price over 727, which now it is over 727, means millions of dollars in gains to the SoFi option, the call option that SoFi owns on its own stock to be able to switch out $850 million of debt for $850 million in stock without a single share being issued from the Treasury. This is to keep in mind. Now, there's no way for the company to show you that on a financial report, and there are no analysts out there who are going to talk to you about this other than me, because I understand the cap call transaction that they made to issue $850 million in debt at 1% interest with a swap out with a maximum level of $14.54 per share. That call option will be in the money so much at $14.54 that the company can swap out $850 million in debt for free because of the gain they're going to make on their own call option that they took out on their own company through their underwriter. And you can thank Anthony Noto for this. This is all done by Anthony Noto and the board of directors and Goldman Sachs, all the boys and girls on Wall Street. This was a Wall Street package put together, customized for SoFi. And look at the timing. Isn't it amazing? Doesn't it blow your mind that, oh, here we come. We're going up a little bit here and a little bit there, because we are 35 days away from the end of the next quarter, which happens to coincide with miracle. The fourth quarter of consecutive profits are happening at the same time. Coincidence? Really? 60 days from now, out come the financials. 60, 65 days from now. Here come the financials. Fourth quarter of earnings in a row, qualifying the company for inclusion into the S&P 500 and giving the stock a reason to break $15 a share. A damn good reason. $1.7 billion switch from a debit to a credit. $850 million. That's double that. That's 1.7 billion of equity shift into the plus side. This doesn't make the company successful. It doesn't ensure that it'll survive. This is just another move to compound the value of SoFi going forward. And at $15 a share, this is a $15 billion market capitalized company and more. And so that qualifies it for inclusion into the S&P 500. You have to be worth a certain amount of value. You have to be earning money for 4 quarters in a row. There are other considerations here. This company is meeting all the tests. Believe me when I tell you the board of directors at SOFI and the senior officers of SOFI, including Anthony Noto, they know exactly what the company has to be doing by the time it qualifies for S&P 500. They know exactly. Everything being done here is setting this up. Right? No analyst is out there telling you this. You're not going to find one because these guys are morons. Most of the analysts don't look at the deep, deep minutia of this company. There are a few who do. There are a handful, but they're tough to find. And so there you go. Isn't it fun? Oh, this is kind of fun. Flint Creek. Oh, guys, thank you for these orders. You're sending me orders for soap. Thank you, and you're welcome, Flint Creek. Way to go. Go SOFI, go, says Stuart. James of the Misty Tree, Flint Creek. I forgot to add a note on mine just now, but I'm looking forward to the soaps. Do you ever release shaving soaps? Bobby, Uncle Bruce, how many times a year can S&P 500 shuffle in and out companies? I'm not sure if they do it every quarter or not. I'm not sure. I don't know, but it can happen at any time. And there's one never knows in the business world when company A tries to take over company B, and company A is the 50th largest S&P company, and company B is the 338th largest S&P company. One takes over the other, and now all of a sudden there's an opening. It's not like we're dropping anybody. We only have 499 companies in the S&P 500 once that deal goes through. This is happening all the time as well. Yeah, sometimes companies fall out of the S&P because they go into hard times. Their business gets blown up or whatever, and they are dropped. That happens too. There's always adjustments. Yeah, anytime. Okay. RB, I'm 146 on the thumbs up meter. Dude, okay, Uncle Bruce just brought in 2 weeks' pay in 30 minutes now to get ready for work. How about that? Just brought in 2 weeks of money in 30 minutes. You gotta love this. Flint Creek, I see it, James. Use a brush and bar soap and it'll work for shaving. Believe it or not, you can use it for shaving as well. How about that? Fantastic, everyone. Thank you for supporting Flint Creek. And thank you for supporting us. You guys are absolutely the best. We are now approaching on the thumbs up meter a total of 148 thumbs ups. Thank you for that, everybody. We have 260 votes on our poll question now. 260 votes have come in. Thank you for that. We now see 61% are saying there's no way, Bruce, that SOFI could possibly hit $10 a share by the time the next earnings come in because of lower interest rates. There's no way. 39% are going, Bruce, you might have something on this. There might be something to this fact that this stock could actually hit $10 a share. And the fact that we're 778, 779 right now, up 26 cents this morning on SOFI, 7.4 million. We're only $2.22 away from $10. It's not like it's got to go up $8 to get to 10. I mean, it's 77.8% of the way there. Maybe these 777s are an homage, an omen. 778, 779 is a high of the day. Why would you bet against SOFI hitting $10 a share? It's already moving into the high sevens, about to break 8. Could do it today. It could. Interesting. The Dow's up 199. We're not hurting there. We're down 2 on the S&P, make it 1.8, and we're down 100 on NASDAQ. So it's a mixed bag. But interest rates are going lower. That there's a fact. Interest rates are going to go lower. Well, what do you think about that? Isn't that interesting? All right. Thank you, everybody. Flint Creek Moroccan red clay soap is best for shaving. Thumbs up for Bruce. Thank you, Flint Creek, very much. And thank you all for helping out Flint Creek. She lost half her house. Got to help her out, pick up some soap from her, and yeah, away we go. Absolutely. Thank you all for helping us out with these donations. Dude, you're awesome, man. Thank you for that $20 donation today. And Wing Commander, €6. Yeah, that's okay. Zach, $10, man. Thank you. You guys are helping the onboard ship account here, keeping us going as we slowly cross the Atlantic at about 26 miles an hour, 24 hours a day. Yeah, we made up 500 miles yesterday. We'll do 500 more today. Midnight tonight, halfway to Southampton while we're sleeping. You got to love that. Thank you, everybody, for your support. All right. Absolutely wonderful and much appreciated. All righty. There it is. We're hanging right in there, guys, as we continue to pound away here across the ocean. And we're live from the Queen Mary 2. It's absolutely amazing that we're able to do this. It just blows my mind that we're actually able to broadcast live from a cruise ship. I know that the last time we took a cruise in 2015, there was no way that could happen. They were just starting to bring out wireless internet. I mean, just starting. Most of the internet was in an internet cafe. You went into like a little room, used desktops provided. The first time we cruised on a cruise ship was back in 2008. And back at that time, you went into the internet room and you bought 20 minutes at a time or 50 minutes at a time for $100. It was you didn't go in there. I mean, you quickly checked your emails, you shut it off and got out of there. Yeah, now it's $24 a day for high-speed internet to be live with you. This is incredible. Would like to see it cheaper, but what can I tell you? It is what it is. That this works the way it does. I'm blown away. All right, thank you, everybody. The big E, neat, with a Z at the end. We can even do that. I mean, how convenient and how powerful is this system? Thank you all so much for being part of the knee attack. Not to forget, the Knights of Knee are the most all-powerful beings. We must honor the Knights of Knee. Never forget that. What powers this market? We know the Knights of Knee. Absolutely. Thank you, James of the Misty Tree. Knee. There we go. The Knights of Knee emojis are starting to pop in here. DH Ruda. Knee. I gotta go to the balcony and yell this out there. Make sure that the people in white jackets don't come and get me, though. Richard Carlin. Corinne. There you have it. Giddy up, everybody. SoFi 774 with a high already of 779. We seem to be going up 3 steps, down 1, up 3, down 1, up 2, down 1. We're just going higher. Looking good. No complaints with that market. The Dow up 191 right now. S&P down 3.5. NASDAQ down 113. Oil up 268. What can I tell you about this market? Unbelievable. Boeing Tiger. Neat. Don't forget that. Thank you all so very, very much. One of the advantages of being on an ocean liner in the middle of the Atlantic is the only way you can get bombarded with media about the election or anything else is if you tune into it. You walk around this ship and you do not see TVs every 5 feet blaring crap at you. It's quiet. It's elegant. It's calm, sophisticated. It's first class. It's really nice. I really find that my stress levels are dropping. pretty damn good. Pays to be an option writer. Those of you who are option writers are keeping this channel on the air, and this channel is on an ocean liner, courtesy of you viewers out there around the world. I want you to make nothing but a lot of money. Just make a ton and bring in those option premiums. You deserve them. We're going to say our goodbyes right now and say thank you for joining us today for the first time live on an ocean liner from the mid-Atlantic. Unbelievable. We thank you for your support. I will see you here tomorrow, Tuesday, August 27th. If it all goes well, we'll be on the air 8 o'clock Eastern for Gold Bagel members. If you're a Gold Bagel member, join me at 8. If you're not a Gold Bagel member, join me here at 8:30 Eastern time tomorrow for the 1 hour before the opening and the opening. And we'll be here to cover it all and see where the markets are headed and see where you're going on your options side. If you need any help with options, let me know. If any of you out there are purchasing options from my website and you're having any issues with your class numbers or anything else, what?
You said if they're buying options from your website.
Oh, if you're buying classes, if you're buying any classes from my website on how to write options, if there's any issues, send me an email at hotmail.com. And that is the key because I can get to that email account. It's brucefarmer@hotmail.com. My Gmail account is part of my phone, and I can't get my phone on. I can only get my computer on. So this is the way to reach me right here, brucefarmer@hotmail.com. Send me an issue, send me a message. You have a link issue, you tried to buy a class and you can't find it, or you double purchased a class and you're not sure what to do. I can always send you another class instead, or we can set you up with a refund if you need to, whatever, okay? Hotmail.com. We'll get you looked after. Head for the website right here, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. Check out your classes there. Let me know if you need any help with that, okay? Thank you all so much for being with us today. Corinne, Boeing Tiger, Jay Gill, Dude, Splair. Thank you, Splair. Juan, neat. Absolutely. All Bruce is already planning to create an online broker. That's why he said options instead of classes. No. No, not happening. All right, kids, thank you again for being here with us today. Jen and I, thank you. Say bye, Jen.
Bye.
Bye from Jennifer. We'll see you here tomorrow morning. And if you want to know what this ship looks like, keep an eye on my Traveling with Bruce channel, TWB. We've got videos coming up there, and we'll keep you posted on how things are going here. Thank you again for your support of this channel. The final count at the moment for thumbs ups looks like we have broken 158 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for coming together on that one. And we have 266 votes now for the poll question of the day. Thank you for participating in that. Have a great day. Get richer immediately, right out of the money calls and puts and credit spreads and you name it. And we'll talk to you tomorrow about how we can get you even richer. Thank you, Dude. Charlie C2, thank you. Deep Value, Splair, and Charlie. Neat. Don't forget that. All right, guys. We'll catch you here tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock Eastern for Gold Bagel members, 8:30 for everybody else. Don't miss it. And we'll catch you then. Thank you so much. All the best. Bye from the Queen Mary 2. We'll see you later.